I think this will be Ezreal stays mid lane, wave clears forever, and then we have LeBlanc and KazaLoLLCShighlights wreaking havoc on the side lanes, assuming they can get ahead.
And that's a Kai'Sa mid too.
Yeah, on the other
Thing
side.
to note what happened on the screen right there. Berserker's reaction times are easily fast enough to reactively block the Shattering Strike from Ignar's Rel, but Fudge and Blabber now looking for Dokla, ready to flash follow as the Ornn tries to get away. Blabber staying on top of him for the Aftershock proc, and it's first blood to the
In the pattern, C9 have been challenged by NRG.
Oh, Ibanez jumping back in after Palafox here. Flash for the auto attack to finish him off. 6 here on the Sejuani. Contracts also level 6 on KazaLoLLCShighlights as Palafox jumps in for a trade on Ibanez, but it's Blabber who arrives first and slightly misses the ult. Now Ibanez in trouble as Contracts shows up and the bug is hungry. Palafox ends up taking the first kill as Contracts flashes over the wall to try to escape from Blabber. Palafox trying to keep Blabber rooted up in place here, make sure they can't chase down his jungler.
Ornn's own level. So whenever he calls his ultimate, even if he maxes Q, he actually ends up doing a significant amount of max health.
Actually gets you out and what keeps you alive. So you need to have that damage, but they're going to look for a dive on top side.
Yeah, they want to kill Dokla before we can even hit the second part of the Ornn horn. They'll slice, they'll dice, it's easy. Up here ready to play around this. Fudge and Ibanez now working together up in the top lane to take down that first turret of the game. Charge, there we go. Not quite enough to finish off the turret, and NRG's going to pop it immediately thereafter. Blabber coming in, finds the stun on the Contracts. They want to try to dogpile the enemy junglers. Ven is low, but so is Dokla. Ibanez grabs the kill on Dokla to start things off, and Ignar's not going to escape as he tries to get out.
Everything off of that. Blabber just pulled the trigger, I think, a lot more quickly than NRG was expecting. Yes, Contract is able to jump out and survive, but that means he can't re-enter the fight. Now M&S potentially caught.
Yeah, M&S jumped on True Shot Barrage over the top to finish him off. Nice pick up there from NRG to at least get something on the back
Down the
end.
towers, he got the solo kill, so Cloud9 way out as far as the gold is concerned, and they're going to have some pretty powerful carries here.
Power spike disadvantage. Nice reaction there from Berserker to just make sure the True Shot Barrage can't do anything to him. You've already got
Where are you at in the Kai'Sa Mythic discussion? Because he is going to be going Rage Blade. A lot of people are very opinionated about that.
Oh, hold on. Contract's getting locked down as he tried to find a potential pick on Sven, who still escapes off to the side. The Ornn horn goes through, but it's Ignar who's about to drop first. Blabber kills him with the second part of Sejuani's W as Palafox at least cleans up Sven and makes it a 1-for-1. Dokla's trying to get away now, but Berserker is fired up and ready to go with the Sivir speed. Blabber keeps the chase alive, going after Palafox.
Quickly and fast, as Fudge is looking for this pick on top lane.
Palafox gonna need to get away from 2 here. Fudge gonna go pop the early Dominus, get that Fury charging. Palafox wants to kite him around here with the chains. A lot of burst damage onto the LeBlanc. He resets his position back into the alcove, but Blabber's got him, no problem. C9.
Scale up hasn't really gone into their favor because the mid jungle from NRG, while there's been glimpses, it really has just all been C9 this game as they start up the Baron again.
Berserker getting caught here. Yes, he spell shields the crash down, but FBI following it up. Nice shutdown on the enemy marksman. C9 still got that Baron at about 4,000 HP. True Shot Barrage fly through. Contracts on the backside of the wall. C9's got to be careful about this when they don't just want to give this objective away to NRG. Ornn horn summoned. Dokla going in, seeing if they might be able to find another kill now onto Fudge as Ignar is burst low, but not before he can find a Magnet Storm. Sven wanted to go after FBI, but he won't find him. Now Blabber's stuck in the middle of 4. C9 has made a crucial mistake, and Contracts finds a shutdown. FBI still looking to chase these guys. Fudge has the ulti ready to go again, but he's slowed down. The Rockets, the KazaLoLLCShighlights, a triple kill for Contracts, and M&S will fall, taking 1 with him. It's a 5-for-2, and NRG.
Now in this sequence, it was Ezreal doing the poking. The one before this, it was LeBlanc, but because there's so much chip damage on the Blabber for relatively free, it's very easy. With the isolation damage onto the Baron, that definitely would have been Baron. That's why I said, like, I believe they'll get it because KazaLoLLCShighlights is fantastic at melting single target neutral objectives.
Dokla. This could be a pretty bad situation.
Fudge throws down the gauntlet, and he's going to kill the Dokla here. That's going to be a solo kill.
Ready to go. A little bit more damage. Chases through him there. Waited on the second part of the slice and dice to chase the Ornn through his own dash, and Fudge cuts him down. The pure 1v1 on the bottom side of the map.
That's pretty big, and
Realistically speaking, both mythics are great for her as they make the pick here.
Ooh, M&S, Killer Instinct. The shield is enough to keep him alive, get him back underneath the tier 2 turret. C9 ready to reinforce. Blabber goes in for the ulti, but it's going to be dodged. However, there's no way home for the NRG side. C9 know this. They're still trying to burn the Baron. Palafox jumps in for a little bit more poke as Fudge approaches from below. Secured Baron for Contract, not for Contracts. It's over to Blabber and C9. C9 continuing their chase now as Dokla and FBI try to kite back into their own jungles. Sven gets himself back out with the battle dance as Berserker takes out Dokla. FBI tag with a Void Seeker and a bouncing Boomerang Blade. A shutdown over to Berserker as Ignar tries to escape, but it's a triple for the C9 AD carry. Palafox jumping back over the wall, trying to distort something, trying to find some kind of a kill on the back end of the fight. Contracts is coming in. He finds Blabber, immediately gets the first kill. Now M&S has to try to escape, and Contracts looks for more. Flash into the queue, but it's not quite enough.
And his enormous health bar with how fed he is this game. Oh my, another pick here.
Yeah, Contracts just has no chance. He's isolated, so he takes...
You get to interact with her, which is a privilege you don't always get playing against Kaisa.
Yeah, she's often 4 screens away one shot to you, so.
That all-important Cyril's Grudge. Tanks do a really good job of just eating the Qs. And because they could ignore him either, so he just ran over NRG in their jungle and
space for Sven and Blabber and Fudge. They just have to create that opportunity for Berserker to auto-attack.
Unfortunately, Dokla's had a bit of a stinker this game, so he's been much weaker than what we're used to seeing from an Ornn in mid-game.
Blabber goes in. They immediately lock down Palafox as he has to distort away. Ignar's going to be caught by Sven with the grand entrance off to the side, and Fudge's follow-up guarantees a pick on the enemy.
Of your jungle, it's only going to spell disaster.
M&S could be caught here. Long-range Ornhorn, not gonna connect thanks to the stasis. Palafox needs a little bit more burst. Contracts going in, but Fudge is too much of a brick wall. M&S turns it around with a kill on Contracts. They're gonna be traded 1-for-1 back and forth. Sven and Fudge still pushing forward as Blabber joins the mix. Berserker's behind him, but Sterix has been popped. Palafox and Dokla trying to fight back as FBI provides the firepower. The chains have found their way onto the front line, and Blabber gets cut down. Fudge barely escapes with 200 HP, and Palafox is still looking to see what
Items are through.
TP coming in as NRG want to stop this Baron from C9, but it's already down to 2,000 and Contracts can't get into the pit. Dokla summons up the Ornhorn, but Blabber's leading the charge for C9. Fudge coming in from the side, hasn't popped
A champion to hit is exactly how they want to play this composition. Unfortunately,
top lane. They've got M&S back in bot, dealing with Palafox in the 1v1. These two are going in. M&S tries to go in for the killer instinct. Palafox is going to drop. C9
starting to push in here. You can see Sivir staying top lane, trying to escort in that wave. But it's still a while before that next wave comes in through top, but they will knock down the mid lane inhibitor, and then they can threaten to actually cut off any NRG members from that top lane tower, secure that as well. So it's going to be 2 inhibs going away at Cloud9 without even a fight in the base.
And now they're going to reinforce with Fudge too. There's still 20 seconds before Palafox comes back to life. C9's looking to push for those Nexus turrets now. Fudge pops the Dominus. Dokla's here on the front line, but he's melting very quickly. Has to flash back to the Fountain Steps as Ignar's also at half HP. Counterattack comes through with the Ornn ulti, but there's no follow-up. C9 are just absolutely bruising NRG right back into their fountain, as you can see them trying to regain their position and keep the waves at bay. First Nexus turret finally dies, and Palafox is back on the rift. C9 won't be able to hard force the end of the game just yet, but they're going to continue kiting back. NRG seeing if there's any chase to be found. Keep your eyes on Contracts. Nothing else, nothing gonna happen.
One really big thing about the theme of this game has really been C9's large cooldowns. The Rakan ultimate, the Sejuani ultimate, and the Sivir ultimate. When these go off, if NRG manages to survive the initial engage, it looks like they can fight back and try to somewhat counter, as Ignar gets picked off there, trying to get some vision.
Couldn't survive the initial engage.
Pretty much, right?
Tough in those situations in particular. Contracts, though, going for a bit of a YOLO play here. Just recognize
I like it.
You got to do something. But I think M&S wins the assassin war against him. Yeah, that's Kaisa, and you're not Kaisa.
Q is
Let's feel the pressure. Contract went for the 1v1 on the side lane down bottom. Now Palafox doing the same as all the ultimates get thrown.
Ooh, FBI trying to kite this one out, but they've caught him. He's gone. C9 having killed the enemy jungler, support, and AD carry should just be able to march this in for the full Nexus here in game number 2. Last remaining Nexus turret's your target. Dokla summons up the ulti for a last-ditch attempt, but he only hits Fudge with the knock-up. He's fine staying on the front with a Sterix gauge. Magnet Storm onto 2 targets, but it is not enough. There's no damage for NRG. There's no way to hold on. C9 takes the dub. They're going to match point.
really strong performance here.